Hello and welcome to the 36th running of the New Bedford Half Marathon. It's St. Patrick's Day here in New Bedford. There's electricity in the air, it's exciting. We have over 3,800 runners ready to hit the pavement in downtown New Bedford. It's going to be a great day for the city. The runners have beautiful weather. It's our largest race field in history. It's an exciting day for the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. It's St. Patrick's Day. We're the hosts of the race along with the city of New Bedford. We have great thanks to all the city workers who put in their time in the past week to help us get the city looking beautiful. The runners are going to appreciate it, and we appreciate it as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy the race.
Are you ready? I can't hear you up here. That's very soft. Listen, thank you to Congressman Keating for being here today. Thank you to the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick under Dan McCarthy's leadership for making this race happen. Thank you to all the merchants and the sponsors for stepping up. And thank you to all the volunteers for doing such a great job in making this the biggest marathon yet. Let's hear it for them. Listen, have a safe race today. The weather's great for runners. It could be a little bit better for volunteers, but we're all going to stay warm. Stick around for a while today. There's a lot to experience in the downtown area. Go to our shops, go to our restaurants, stick around for a little while. Don't be in a hurry to get out of here. The traffic's going to be bad anyway. And I want you to spread the word about what a great experience you had in New Bedford today. Thank you very much and good luck.
All right, I think they've started the race. Sounds like it. And the runners continue to go by our location. The race has been on for almost a minute, and we still have runners going by our start and finish location. That's how many runners there are. More than 3,700 runners taking part in the 36th annual Greater New Bedford Half Marathon. Again, more Team Owens, a lot of Team Owens. And They go by our location. Continue to go almost 2 minutes into the race, and some folks haven't even started yet.
Hey, what another great event downtown. We want to thank the Sons of Friendly Sons of St. Patrick for what they've done and to bring this half marathon. But more importantly, we want to thank all the runners. And we hope that the runners stick around downtown and enjoy what I like to call our local flavor. This is a beautiful event. Almost 4,000 runners, all these people downtown in our city. It's just another highlight of why I love our city, why I love Ward 4 so much. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Well, why don't we check in with Pete Braley? The racer should be up, I'd say, maybe close, obviously past laser glass, a little bit beyond that. Let's check in with Pete right now and see how the men's runners are doing. Pete?
All right, Jack, we are just passing Coastline Elderly here on Purchase. As you said, we were past laser glass, and the front group of runners just passing Coastline Elderly. And we're coming down on Purchase, heading towards the Dunkin' Donuts. As I said, we refer to every landmark by food, it seems. How about we're just passing Champion Sports Center? There's a good athletic road mark for you. We have a group in front. And to try to give you numbers is a little difficult at this point as to who's in the lead. But we do have a group of about 8-10 runners. They're all grouped together. And then they start to spread out a little bit. So there has not been much distancing at all from the pack. Again, there's a group of about 8, and then it kind of thins out a little bit. But no one is pulling ahead just as of yet. But we're off and running on the road race, and coming up to the old Vander Lighting Center here at Purchase and Linden. That's your first group. By the way, there was a great group of fans and supporters in front of the fire station. In fact, as the runners came down past the fire station there over near the Octopus, they had the ladder truck all the way up with a huge American flag strung across Purchase. I did get a photo of it. We'll get up on WBSM.com later today. But it was a great scene for the racers as they passed your Marvel's Market now. So that's your first group of men. Again, a good 10 or 12 men all running together here at the start. Jack?
All right, and of course the women, the truck doesn't start following the women for another mile or two, so I don't think we can check in with Taylor quite yet. I have 5:47 into the race, unofficial time here. They way past 1 mile now.
We do have Taylor whenever you wish.
All right, well, let's check in with Taylor. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning. We're here. We stopped at Hathaway Road right next to Building 19 where we're about 1.5 miles ahead of the women. We haven't seen any runners just yet, but we're keeping track, and we're just it's a little bit tougher on the women's truck to follow because you're amongst runners, so you want to stay as far away as possible. You don't want to be an obstacle to the runners, so that's what we're doing. We're hanging out until we see a few runners, and we'll give you an update as soon as we can. But it is a bit chilly today, so I hope everybody out there watching has bundled up appropriately because especially in the south end where it's supposed to be a little bit windier, but we won't be there for another few minutes, so stay tuned with us. Thank you very much, Jack and Larry and Phil.
Pete Bailey standing by on the men's truck. Let's check in with Pete right now. Pete?
All right, Jack, we're just passing Sid Wayner's place. We're just passing the Friends Plaza and Sid Wayner and Sons. Again, we have a group of about a dozen racers. They are all staying together. We do have 2 numbers I can pass along, and that is 3794 and 3097. 3794-3092. Those appear to be the, if you're asking me for who's in the lead, those two pretty much running together. But they're bunched up. It's a group that is running. And it's kind of difficult to get all these numbers for you for a couple of reasons, just so people understand. We're in a truck that is in front of the other runners, but we don't want to stay too close to them because then they're sucking in our exhaust. So we try to distance ourselves, but still be able to get a good camera shot for the coverage of cable access and for us also to broadcast on the race. So we try to keep a respectable distance for their benefit. And again, we have about a group of 12 runners just passing Executive Kia. So we are coming up on a marker, are we not? Yes, we'll have a marker. And our first group is hitting that marker right now. So 10:09 is what I have officially on the truck here. Is that what you have, Jack?
I have a little bit more than that, but that's okay.
Okay.
I had about 10:40 when you mentioned that. That would be the second mile, I would imagine.
And let me try to get the number of the, we have another runner who just pulled ahead here. He is in a white jersey, for those that might be on the course waiting for us. And again, as I said, we try to keep a little bit of a distance here for the runners. And also the truck is bouncing and they're bouncing as well. So if I'm trying to read his number, I believe it's 2244. Runner number 2244. So we're coming up on the baseball fields now, coming up the hills. So we'll be passing Taylor, I would assume, in just a few minutes. And this is one of the first water stops. It's always one of the most energetic water stops, too, if memory serves me right. There's always a good group of folks up here as we, as you can hear them. Yeah, here we are at the Central Plaza. South Coast Hospitals has the first water stop here across from the China Lantern. Not too many runners seem to be grabbing the water just yet as we're just a few minutes into the race. Jack?
If you said 2244, that would be Robert Gomez from Saco, Maine. 2244 is Robert Gomez, 29 years old from Saco, Maine. But that's who that would be. The other numbers that you gave us is not on our list. We're checking that out right now. But that first one you mentioned is Mr. Gomez from Maine. Now, is Taylor Cormier standing by?
Not yet, Jack.
All right, very good. We'll keep it here then. And the runners coming up are pretty close to the third mile marker, or they will be very soon. Tough to say, kind of pick up any trends right now, Larry.
It is, because that the 2 mile time it couldn't have been 10:40. That would be someone who would be maybe 200 or 300 people into the race. So I would imagine it would have been around 10 minutes flat. But we'll try to pick up a time maybe at 3 miles down by where Rosie's restaurant used to be.
Mm-hmm. All right. The area where all those runners were, remember we told you the runners stretching from the start-finish line all the way down to Union Street. Now it's pretty much deserted. The first aid station is set up outside the Bay Sox office. As a matter of fact, Slamoo is wandering the streets of New Bedford, the mascot of the Bay Sox, and saying hello to everyone who's visiting. And basically, we're trying to get a handle on the wind as well. It seemed like it was coming out of the west when we first started. It's still blowing, that's for sure.
A northwest wind would be good news because when you go down to the beaches, it would still be pushing you from the S turn up on Rockdale Avenue. It'll be an issue when you turn onto East Beach, but if you know that and you encounter that, the best thing to do when you get onto East Beach and you head north is to get to the left or to the center as much as you can, and you'll get some protection when you get around the houses and when you get around Cornell Dubelier. It'll block the wind a little bit as you get around to the Cove and to County Street.
And Jack and Larry, we have both Pete and Taylor online whenever you wish.
All right. Well, let's start with Pete again, and then we'll go to Taylor right after that. So, Pete, take it away.
All right, Robert Gomez continues to be our leader, number 2244, and the group is starting to thin out a little bit. As you know, and Larry can tell you, they've just had their first couple of challenges coming up Hathaway Road. They went up by a good crowd outside Sharma Diner and cheering the runners on. So it's Robert Gomez right now with a couple of other numbers, 3286. and 3181. 3286 and 3181. We have two runners in the lead right now. They're running side by side. That's Robert Gomez and also number 3186. Then there's a group of maybe 5 right behind him. We're passing yesteryear's cyclery right now. So if you want, I'll keep it until we go by that mile marker that Larry referred to. And yeah, Taylor will be checking in. Of course, now Taylor has the difficult job of finding the first woman. When we're all running in a pack like this, it's hard. Usually everybody on the truck will try to chime in and give their opinion as to what they think. But it's not always easy to find that first woman because everybody takes off in a pack. So we will stay in front of the men's runners. We have 6 or 7 running together right now. And then Taylor will be reporting on the women. Let me give you a mark as we come up on the line right now at the former Rosie's at 1516. 1516 is what I have here in the truck. Jack?
All right, and 3186 is Nick Hopley. He's, let's see, 44 years old out of the Greater Springfield Harriers. Nick Hopley is 3186, and of course we mentioned Mr. Gomez as the other number. The higher number we don't have, 3794, is Kevin Callahan. All right, so those are the fellas that are, I guess, in the lead right now. And let's check in with Taylor Cormier as he's on the truck following the women. Taylor?
All right, we are here close to the on-ramp of 140 South on Hathaway Road, and we have found our female lead, and she is number 2259. 2259. Followed closely, probably about 20 yards back by 1768. And we have a great pack of runners here, probably 100 within eyesight, going right past 140 South on-ramp right now, just past yesteryear cyclery. And going downhill, of course, right now, but soon comes the dreaded uphill portion of Hathaway Road. Then we turn on to Rockdale Avenue, where it flattens out a bit and runners get a bit of a rest, if you will, but keeping a good pace.
But as far as the 3-mile mark, Larry, 15:16 was the time. What is that?
That's about a 5:05 pace. Depends upon the wind direction. It's a little deceptive down here at the center of the city. But if it is a northwest wind, then they did have it in their face up until now, and until they get to the top at Hathaway Road and Rockdale Avenue. When they do make that S-turn change down to Rockdale, they'll have from 3.5 to 7 that will be downhill, and the wind at their back if it is northwest wind, and that's where they should pick it up and go under 5 minutes a mile. But just to give a perspective, if we were looking for Jeff Smith's record, which is very safe, they would be running under 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
We might mention as well that folks listening in the west end of New Bedford, stand by. They're coming your way. They're going to take that turn onto Rockdale Avenue. And for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, they're going to be going from the Hathaway Road part of Rockdale Avenue all the way down to the end of Rockdale at Cove Road. So if you have any business to do crossing Rockdale, now is not the time to do it. You might find yourself another route.
I want to thank the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick's for putting on another great marathon for the city. The city looks fantastic. I want to thank all the city crews that have gone above and beyond to make the course fantastic for the runners. And thank all the residents to come out and support them. It's a beautiful day to watch everyone run and support them. God bless.
We have a new leader for you, as there's a group of 6 that are running together. 2 of them are on the same team. They're in the same light blue jerseys with a Massachusetts logo on the front. Number 3190, number 3190 and number 3191. So 3190, 3191, and also 3097. 3097, green jersey, bright orange running shoes. So we've made the turn. We've made the S turn there. We are on Rockdale Avenue, and we are heading now towards Granite Street, coming up on the intersection of Rockdale and Granite, about to cross the overpass where Rockdale crosses 195. There's a good group of folks that are out here cheering on the runners. Also, the New Bedford Police Department, of course. There's many officers who are keeping this road safe. And for those that don't come out on Sunday morning when it's race time, there are roads they do keep open. They'll keep one lane open over going up Hathaway Road as long as they can. So they try to keep things moving. There are some streets, of course, they do have to close off. So 3087 in the lead in green, and then two teammates, 3190 and 3191. We are we just went over the overpass here where Rockdale crosses 195, and back to Jack. Oh, wait a minute, let me give you a time, 2023. 2023. They just passed another mile marker, and some runners taking water now at this water stop at outside Ultra Tanning. All right, Jack.
Well, if it's 3087, that would be Maureen Kavanaugh. That would be a woman. So I'm not sure whether that's the what's that?
097.
Oh, 3097.
Matthew
Pelletier.
Yeah.
All right.
Last year's winner, Matt Pelletier.
Ah, okay. Very good.
Guess he's in better shape for 4 miles anyway.
Copy that wrong. And let's see, 3190. We have to go to our little sheet here.
3190 is Sean Duncan.
Okay.
And 3197 is Kevin Johnson, who was highlighted in the...
So we have a couple of the leaders where they're right supposed to be. All right, let's check in with Taylor Cormier now that we've identified the men who are leading. Taylor?
We're just coming to the 195 overpass on Rockdale Avenue, and she's keeping a great pace with the men here. In fact, probably gaining on a few. As I said, we're going over the 195 overpass now. Should have a mile marker for you soon. Mayor John Mitchell heading opposite the runners, running towards the sports team to catch up with them pretty soon, and he'll be taking the lead at some point along Rockdale.
Today's like a trifecta. It's a great thing for all the planning and work that was done by the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. It's a great thing for the city, and the administration and the police and the fire just have handled it so well, and all the public safety people. And I think that the fact that it's landing on St. Patrick's Day alone is enough cause for celebration. So with all this going on and no snow, I think we're going to have a great day, and everything in the city opened up early, and it's going to be lasting all day. And I think that so many people, 3,800 runners, 10,000 people, all coming to New Bedford. Once they are here and get to sample what's going on here, they'll be back for other days all through the year. So it's a great day of success, and everyone deserves a lot of credit for putting it in place.
Jack, Matt Pelletier is pulling ahead. He is pulling ahead of both Sean Duncan and Kevin Johnson. So Matt Pelletier is your leader in the race, number 3097. He's in green. We're just passing the New Bedford Police Department, the main office here at Rockdale and Maxfield. So just to give folks an idea, if you're down near Buttonwood Park, we'll be there in just a few seconds with their first runners. And there's a lot of support on the race for Team Owen, and you said a lot of the kids that are being pushed by the volunteer runners from around our area, a lot of them track club members. And Mayor Mitchell also pushing some folks in wheelchairs so they can, I believe it's Push Beyond Limits is the name of their campaign. We are crossing North Street, Rockdale and North, and it is Matt Pelletier in the lead. Jack?
All right, as we look up at the flag of the Portuguese embassy, we can see the wind is coming out of the north right now, and it seems to be rather gusty. Have a northerly breeze, and seems to be about 15 to 20 miles an hour. So if they're running into the north, which they won't be, they'll be having the wind their back, I would think, heading down Rockdale Avenue.
The northwest wind, and it appears to be, this is the greatest benefit. They'll have a 3.5 to 7 mile push downhill. So that should bring us way down below 5-minute miles.
All right, and as Pete mentioned, Matt Pelletier, who won the race last year, is pretty much in the lead as they head down Rockdale Avenue by the police station, probably going by the Orchid Diner right now and heading towards Buttonwood Park. Beautiful day. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing out of the north, and there are some close to 3,700 runners on the streets of New Bedford running this half marathon. Going down Rockdale Avenue, and let's check in now once again with Pete Braley on the truck following the men's leaders, and they should be at mile number 5 or gone by at mile number 5.
If that's the one at the Lawler Library, the time is 25:03 when we pass that. We are now we're on Rockdale Avenue, just passing Ryan Street. So we've gone past Buttonwood Park, where there was a great group of folks there cheering on the runners. Also found my first DJ. He was at the corner of Rockdale and Maple, I think. Someone had a DJ set up there with music playing to urge the runners on. So that's always great. We find music on County Street when we're near the end. There's usually like a New Orleans style jazz band down there. We'll see if they're out this year. But again, it's Matt Pelletier in the lead as we come down Rockdale Avenue, now passing Allen Street.
Is he in the lead pretty much by himself, or are there people near him, or?
I would say about 10 yards back, we have, it's either Sean Duncan or Kevin Johnson. As I said, they both run for the same team. They're in the same jerseys with the state of Massachusetts logo on it. So it's Matt Pelletier in the lead, probably 20 yards back. I believe that's Sean Duncan. And then Kevin Johnson is maybe 40 yards, 50 yards behind him, and a total of, say, what, almost 70 to 100 yards behind our leader. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 for you as we come down, and we're coming out. We just passed Allen Street a couple of minutes ago, and more Team Owen signs out here, as there's a lot of people here to cheer on the runners for the road race.
All right, you're heading down Rockdale Avenue, heading towards the south end. And that woman is Erica Jessman, who is in the lead right now. Erica Jessman from Scarborough, Maine.
We're coming down the hill now. So he is going to try to pick up some steam here. We made the curve at the end of Rockdale, and we are coming down the hill here and heading towards the south end. Now crossing Stephen Street, going in front of the tanning salon that we have down here, and yeah, coming up on. We'll be at the corner of Dartmouth in just a minute or so here, just seconds, and we do have I want to make a correction. I had Sean Duncan in second place. It's actually Kevin Johnson, runner number 3191. Kevin Johnson is in second place, and he's actually picked up a couple of steps on the downhill so that he is just off of Matt Pelletier's elbow. He's just say a yard behind. So he's actually picked up on Matt Pelletier, and his teammate Sean Duncan has dropped off. He was in second place. He's now a good 100 yards behind. So the race is Matt Pelletier and Sean Duncan as we come down now, coming down to Dartmouth Street. We're just passing Supreme Coffee and Donuts, and we have a 1-2 race at this point. Jack?
All right. Matt Pelletier and Kevin Johnson neck and neck as they head towards the neck, as it were, the peninsula out in the south end. And we are well into the race, about a half hour to go as far as the leaders go. Of course, the folks in the back of the pack will be coming in well past 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon.
So it looks like we have a secure front runner here for the ladies, and she's doing a fantastic job not showing any signs of slowing down. And again, this is actually pretty good running weather for what we have here. It's not too warm, not too cold, and I'm sure the runners are retaining their own heat as they continue along. Again, about halfway through the race, we'll be heading into the south end very shortly, so we'll have a little bit of a wind chill to run through, which may inhibit some of the runners, but that remains to be seen.
All right, and I believe you said the time at the 6-minute mark for the women was 34 minutes into the race in the 6-mile mark. We have Matt Pelletier and Kevin Johnson, 1 and 2, 3087, 3191 on the men's side, and for the women, it's Erica Jessman out of Scarborough, Maine, 2259, and most of the runners are on Rockdale. The men might be approaching the Rodney French Boulevards right now and enjoying that atmosphere as they head down by the beach.
Kevin Johnson has pulled into the lead now, and Matt Pelletier has dropped back by about maybe 5 yards, 5 or 10 yards. So it's Kevin Johnson in first place, Matt Pelletier about 5-10 yards back, passing Family Furniture. And Jack, if you hang on just a second here, we're about to go through the hurricane dike, so the wind is about to come into play here, either at their back or at their face. What did we figure out? Did we figure out they're going to be running into it going out?
They should have that at their back if that's the northwest wind until they get the south Rodney French cross over.
All right, so here we go. We are into one of the most beautiful parts of the race, but the toughest parts of the race, as we've just come through the hurricane barrier. Not sure if Kevin Johnson just grabbed a little bite of some type of energy thing away. I think he's got some of the, what do you call it, goop? I think he's got some of the goop that he's eating now out of the cellophane wrapper there. So he's in the lead as we go out on the peninsula. Jack?
Well, Kevin Johnson is a 2011 UMass Amherst grad running for the newly formed Western Mass Distance Project. He finished third last year, and Matt Pelletier, of course, was the winner. Last year's time was 1:06:30. 1:06:30 was what Matt had last year. Nowhere near the record of 1:01:58 set by Jeff Pelletier thousands of years ago.
Jeff Smith, yeah.
Jeff Smith, rather, right.
That 7th mile, if it was correct, would be unbelievable. It was a 4:36 mile according to our time. But if we're picking up numbers, times off the clock on the course, the 8-mile time will be very important, and that'll be by the West Beach Bathhouse.
All right, and then that will be coming up shortly. And this is a 13.5-mile race, and we're at coming up to mile number 8. So there's just 5 more miles to go.
Yeah.
All right. Taylor Cormier, are you standing by on the women's truck?
I certainly am standing by. We just passed mile marker 7 just about a minute ago with a time of 39:43 for Eric Jepson. And she's, again, staying with the same pack of men that we had before, the male runners, and keeping a great job. And right now we're protected by the hurricane barrier, so not too much of a wind fear, if you will. But soon we'll be turning on to West Rodney Front, and as Pete said, that is where the wind will come into play severely.
It is Kevin Johnson in the lead. Kevin is just crossing, we're on West Rodney French Boulevard, just crossing Bonito Street, and Matt Pelletier has dropped back. He's now some 20-25 yards behind Kevin Johnson, who's our leader. Kevin doesn't appear to be bothered by the weather. As I said before, he's running with bare arms, no gloves. Matt Pelletier got about 25 yards back, still wearing gloves and long sleeves. So we've got a few people that have come out here on the peninsula to wish the runners good luck as they head down. We're just crossing Portland Street, and we're coming down. We're about to go on to South Rodney French, and I'll get you a time from the mile marker on South Rodney French.
We have approximately 1,000 volunteers today. They man 7 water stops throughout the city. We also have volunteers at registration and number pickup. We have volunteers out on the course as course marshals, driving lead vehicles, driving support vehicles. We have broadcasters, broadcaster support. We have equipment distribution teams and recovery teams. So it's a mammoth effort. We could not do this without the volunteers. The New Bedford Half Marathon Race Committee is 100% volunteer, nonprofit. Everybody out here is here because they're passionate about the city and they're passionate about the event. But it takes 1,000 people to make it happen, and we're very, very proud and very, very happy and honored that these people come out and they give their Sunday, the 3rd Sunday in March every year, to help make this a success, including and especially the volunteers from the South Coast Hospital Group who man our first aid station, Alert Ambulance, donating their ambulances and their trained medical professional staff. We could not do this event without them.
We are 47 minutes and 30 seconds into the race. The runners are approaching the 9th mile. If they haven't already passed it, why don't we while we've been gone. I'm sure the runners have moved on. Let's check in with Pete and Taylor and see where they are now and what the times are. Pete first and then Taylor.
Okay, Jack, on the mile marker on South Rodney French, Kevin Johnson was 44:53, 44:53. That's what the clock on the road said. We are running into the wind right now. You definitely noticed it as you took the left-hand turn from South Rodney French onto East Rodney French. The wind certainly picked up, and Kevin Johnson's lead has picked up too. He is a good probably 60 yards in front of Matt Pelletier. So Kevin Johnson, number 3191. If you're listening to us on the race course, we'll be coming to you shortly. He is in light blue, and we're amazed here in the truck that he's running. He's just has his running tank top on. He's got no sleeves, no gloves, and I would assume he's feeling it down here. Though, as everyone knows, I've never run this race before. Larry's run this before. Larry, is your body all warmed up by the time you get down here and the wind really doesn't affect you as far as cold?
It won't affect your trunk of your body or your arms, but I am surprised he doesn't have something on his hands. Does he have a hat on?
No, he does not.
Oh, this guy's unusual.
Minutes even right now, 53 minutes into the race. The record time, 1:01:58. That's obviously safe, as you said, Larry.
If they stop at St. James Church, they might get the record, but I think that's not allowed today. So I think that they're going to be through their northwest wind in their face. They'll still have it as they come up County Street, but they should be protected by a lot of the buildings. So I think it'll sort itself out now.
One thing that Larry wanted to mention is that when the runners cross the finish line, every year there's something new in technology, and they'll be able to stand in front of a monitor and find out how they did without waiting for the printout from the computer and going down a list and all that kind of stuff.
Fantastic technology. It's probably about 35, 40 yards from the finish line, so you just stand in front of a monitor and it reads your number, and it tells you your time, your place in your division, certainly your gender, in case your gender changed during the race. But you get your printout right there. You just look at it, and then you step aside, and the next person comes.
So you certainly will find out how well he did during this race. Let's check in now with Pete Braley once again. He is following the men's leader. Last time we checked, it was Kevin Johnson, followed by Matt Pelletier. Pete?
Jack, we're just passing Gifts to Give, where there's a fantastic group of volunteers that are out at a water stop. You could really hear them cheering on our first runner. That's Kevin Johnson. He is still in the lead, and Kevin has a commanding lead. Matt Pelletier is still in second place, but he is just now coming off the peninsula onto Cove. So I'll try to hold it here. Here comes our next mile. It's mile marker 11. The official clock time here is saying 5:4:52. 5:4. So let me count it down for him as I'm in front of him. 5:4:57, 5:8, 5:9, 5:5, 5:5:01. 5:5:01 is Kevin Johnson's time. was at mile marker 10. So we're coming up, we're about to, we'll be turning onto County Street and heading up County Street, where there are a series of slow rises that they have to deal with. So they've come across, they've dealt with the wind, and as Larry said, they'll still have the wind in their face, but all of the buildings and houses and churches, that will shield them a little bit. So we're just crossing Route 18 right now with Kevin Johnson in the lead. On County Street, and we are coming up in front of the church right now. This is Our Lady of Guadalupe at St. James, and Kevin Johnson. We're going to go with KJ? Why not? KJ Johnson is in the lead here as he passes the church, and we'll try to get the next official time for you here. But he is he's got a commanding lead. Matt Pelletier is still in second place, and he is probably 2 football fields behind. He's just barely in our sights right now as we came past the church and we head up County Street. We've got people standing on their porches cheering on the runners. The police clearing the streets in front of us. If you are on the route looking for the lead, we have there's a cruiser, then there's a press truck, then there's our truck, and then there's Eric Johnson. So he continues to be in the lead with really nobody near him. And if you want, I will call you back right after Taylor and give you the next update that I have.
All right. Well, we'll wait for you for that. Let's check in with Taylor Cormier right now. He is standing by on the phone. Taylor?
We passed mile marker 10 just a couple of minutes ago with a time of 57:04 for Erica. And we're turning on to Cove Street pretty soon, and it's looking like, well, she's slowing down a little bit, it seems. She's got a strained look on her face, but who wouldn't have a strained look on their face after running 10 miles? But that's neither here nor there, but she's keeping up with the same pack of men she's been keeping up with. Actually looked like she's speeding up a bit now, so maybe we got that second wind that usually comes into play towards the latter part of the race, as the runners start to see signs of the finish line. Again, County Street is coming up fairly soon, and that'll be a real test of the runner's strength as they have to run uphill. That's the dreaded last leg of the race.
Kevin's time at mile 12 was 60:08. 60:08. So he's been running for 1 hour and 8 seconds. 60:08 is his time. And we are coming up the hill just passing the Kennedy Donovan Center. Now, I believe this is his last hill, if I think ahead. I think this is his last hill that he's going to push on through as we come in front of the Grinnell Mansion. And we'll be coming up towards the Kennedy Donovan Center, actually. We just went by the Grinnell Mansion, now the Kennedy Donovan Center. And this is where they need some cheering on, as they have been running now for an hour or so. And just passing Hawthorne Street. So again, his time was 60:08 at mile marker 12, Jack.
All right, 60:08 at mile marker 12. It's Kevin Johnson in the lead.
5:07 coming up the hill with the wind, and should be encountering some strong support. There's a band usually outside former Dr. Saunders' house, just a little bit up, 2 or 3 blocks. So I think within about 3.5 minutes, we should have a winner.
And, of course, as they come down the home stretch here, heading down Pleasant Street from around the corner at Kempton, they'll have the wind at their back.
They will. They will. So if they have anything left and they want to put in a good sprint to try to get under that, 5 minutes exactly would be 1:05:30, and I don't think he's got a chance at that right now, but there certainly is an opportunity. 13 miles is right across from the entrance to the old New Bedford Hotel.
All right. So the runners are kind of get down to the end of the race, or at least the lead runner is. There are probably many, many, many people out on the race course still. These are the elite, the winners, the fine runners, the ones that are going to win. Kevin Johnson has been in the lead since about the, I'd say the mile marker, and he has not given that up. Matt Pelletier has took the lead initially, but he is falling behind, and Kevin Johnson seems to be in the lead. And I hear strange noises, so I guess that must be Pete Riley.
Yeah, that's me. I'm screaming. We did go by the band, as you said. They're at County and West Clinton Street. There's a live band, maybe a 6-7 member band, cheering on the runners. Kevin Johnson, I guess this is his final hill. There's a bit of a hill from County. We're going to go up County over to Kempton. We're going to go the wrong way on Kempton, so look out. We're going to come down Kempton, and then, well, actually, that's the right way. I'm sorry. Then we go the wrong way on Purchase. So Kevin Johnson is in the lead. He's got a commanding lead here. In fact, from this point, we just passed William Street. Looking back, I cannot even see our second place finisher. So Kevin Johnson, it appears, barring any unforeseen disaster here, will be the winner for the 36th annual New Bedford Half Marathon. Kevin is on County Street, turning onto Kempton Street. This is a downhill run. He just looked back over his shoulder, which I believe is the first time he's done that for the entire race. He just looked back over his shoulder as he turned onto Kempton Street and realized there's nobody behind him. So this is his race. Now it's just a matter of trying to get some seconds off the clock or whatever. But he's coming down Kempton. We're passing the 3rd District Court building. Some people on the corners at the intersections here. Instead of taking the turn onto Pleasant, we are going to come down. They have Route 6 blocked off, so if you're trying to take the bridge, you cannot do it right now. Route 6 is blocked off at this time. We are turning onto Purchase. This is where the truck speeds up, gets out of the way, and this is where I hand it off to Jack. As Jack, here comes the winner of the New Bedford 36th Annual Half Marathon. Kevin Johnson will be in sight in just seconds.
Crossing the finish line unofficially 1:06:05. And here comes Matt Pelletier, and his time will be 1:06:54.
Anthony Riley in the lead, mile marker 13 at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds in her time. Coming on to the finish line, here we come.
First of all, I want to say thank you for everybody for coming and taking part in our race, and happy St. Patrick's Day, really, because it's, for us, the Friendly Sons of Patrick, to have this race on St. Patrick's Day, and a city like New Bedford, where, if you didn't know, we have 700 to 900 volunteers from city workers, police department. I mean, we're working from 5 a.m. this morning. We start working on this race tomorrow for next year's race, and it is a lot of work. I know you see it, and you've probably seen the people in the city. This is not only the Friendly Sons race, it's a city race. It's a citywide race where we're proud to have you coming here. We hope not just you as the winners, but anybody who runs this race to come back during the year and see our city, what we have to offer. Because I think we're one of the best cities in the state, if not in the country. We're a great city, we're great people, and you've seen we'd love to have you here. And I think watching you running, I mean, the finish, and again, we had an Irish winner, which is great for me. We've been from Ireland, but on St. Patrick's Day. But we hope you come back next year. Congratulations. And I just introduced the mayor of our great city, John Mitchell, to say a few words now. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, let me echo some of Chris's comments, and then we'll give out the awards, and I'll introduce Congressman Keating. It's this is a terrific day for our city because it's an opportunity to watch a great athletic event, but it's also an occasion when everybody can come out and really join together and do something collectively, and that's good for the civic life of a community. And this has become an event that we're very proud of. And it's a great opportunity to showcase all the great stuff that we have going on. So I say to our winners in attendance. Stick around. It's St. Patrick's Day. There are plenty of places to have a pint within 2 blocks of here. And I hope you, I know some of you have raced here before, others haven't, but I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you come back next year and top your times even still. But it's, I want to thank all the literally hundreds of volunteers who made this happen. It does, as Chris noted, take an awful lot of work and a lot of dedication over many months. And the feedback that we get year in and year out, including from some of you, is that it's a well-organized race and it's well supported by the community, and it makes us feel good about ourselves. We see folks coming out, and even with the little things, cheering and handing out water and just being there for the runners and supporting them, says a lot about who we are. So we're very proud of that. Well, without any further ado, I would be remiss if I didn't note all the hard work by our city employees who spent the last few weeks attending to the details, sweeping up the sand that we had to put down during the snowstorms and cleaning up the garbage, and removing graffiti and just making everything look sharp. And I think it did look really sharp today, so I thank them for that. I should have had some water along the way when I ran my little segment of the race. Well, without any further ado, let me get to the winners, and then I'll ask Congressman Keating, who's a great supporter of this race and all the things that we do here, to come up and offer his thanks as well. But let me begin with the women. And yes, Stephanie, Chris is partial to the Irish, and he can't mask that. But let me begin with Larissa Park, who came in 3rd place. She's from Somerville and came in with a time of 1 hour and 18 minutes and 50 seconds. So, Larissa, come on up. Let's see if I get this right. We have this and this. And let me just note that I won't tell you what that is, but it comes from a jeweler. An Irish jeweler called, how do you pronounce it again?
Solvar.
Solvar. So I think you'll like it.
Thank you so much.
Come back next year. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, next is, in 2nd place, she ran a terrific race from Scarborough, Maine, is Erica Jessman, with a time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 9 seconds. Erica, fantastic job. Where'd she go? Oh, there you are. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to give you guys the hats. So, some of these are not gender neutral, so I don't know. You know what, we'll pick up the hats. All right, nice job. And then, again, Stephanie Riley in 1st place. Great going, Stephanie. And yes, she is Irish, as Chris noted. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 54 seconds, 1st place finisher. And the 2013 you got that. Congratulations, great job. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the check will be in the mail, right? Yeah. We're not just giving out medals, we're also giving out cash too, so that's always welcome. All right, and now for the men. In 3rd place, second time runner this year, Robert Gomez from Saco, Maine, 1 hour and 7 minutes and 16 seconds. Great race. Let's see, this one right here. No jewelry for the men. Sorry, I figured you guys would be okay with that. All right, in 2nd place, last year's 1st place winner was Matt Pelletier of East Greenwich, Rhode Island, with a time of 1 hour, actually West Greenwich, Rhode Island, excuse me, 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 54 seconds. Matt, another great race. Nice going. All right, and this year's winner, who was, I think, 2nd last year, where's Kevin? 3rd last year. Great race this year. Really picked it up, and really happy. It's my pleasure to announce the winner of this year's 2013 New Bedford Half Marathon. Kevin Johnson, about 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 4 seconds of West Lebanon, New Hampshire. Kevin, nice job. Thank you. Nice job. Here you go with your gold medal. Now, I invite all the, you know, I'm not going to pick out the colors for you guys. I want you, after we're done with our ceremony, come on up and you guys can figure out which of your colors are favorite and settle it that way. But great job. As I said, the check is in the mail. But this is a great day for us here in New Bedford, and you guys made us proud, and I hope you know, you felt the same thing from us. So, and with that, let me call up Congressman Bill Keating, who is a great supporter of this race and everything that we do here in New Bedford, and to say his thanks. Bill?
Well, thank you, and as a member of Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, as well as a representative from this region and the city, I want to congratulate. It really was a New England event. I was counting Rhode Island, Connecticut. Of course, it's Massachusetts-based. And then New Hampshire and Maine. I don't know what happened to Vermont. They better work on...
there are probably a few of them out there.
Yeah, they're going to work on their speed a little bit in their training. This is a special city. I think maybe you've felt that before, because I overheard some of you afterwards saying you've run it before and you've always enjoyed it. I think the organization of it, and the hard work that's put in by the Sons, as well as the great work done by the mayor's administration. People were commenting that this is a fun race because it wasn't interrupted with cars and you didn't have to worry about getting run over because it was done so well. So everyone deserves credit in that regard. And I'll just say this, that you can't help but think on St. Patrick's Day, with the Irish-American history and the history of immigrants coming to this country, and you look at this city, and you see it's really a melting pot of so many people, and it's so welcoming to people that have come from other countries and whose parents have come from other countries. I think you can feel it in the city. So as you go out, there's certain things that bring us all together, whether it's music, they transcend cultures, or athleticism. I'm not a runner of your category, but I used to run some track and cross country. And when you run, there's a bond that's there that brings everyone together, regardless of your background and regardless of where you came from. And it's there. And as we look at our Irish heritage in particular today, we look at a city that welcomes every background, and we look at the bond that's there through athleticism and running. It's a great day to celebrate who we all are. Congratulations to the winners. But undoubtedly, everyone won today, everyone that participated. Now, take some time and enjoy the city.
It takes a lot of money to run a race, and Bay Coast Bank has come on board this year as a gold sponsor. The water companies, Polar Beverages and Glazer Glass help us out to store everything first. I think really, again, these are all city companies, and they help us out. And just a little bit, we don't have any major sponsors. We don't put sponsors on our shirts. We don't do that. We just want to we bring the money in. What money we bring in as the Friendly Sons, we give out in scholarships and charity. That's all we do. So the more people we can get in this race, and if you're running, the money that you pay, every cent of it goes to help people in this city, not just the city, but all around here. So I'd like to thank you again for running. I'd like to thank you for coming, and for not just you, but everybody else who comes. And you go back, I hope you can tell people that how good a race this is. And what the meaning of the race is for. It's for people. It's for people in need. And the more people run again, next year we hit over 3,800 runners today, registered runners. And 4 years ago when we took over the race, we had 1,700 runners. So the Friendly Sons in 4 years, we've doubled the numbers. So hopefully next year we'll hit the 5,000 mark, and again, we can help more people. And that's what it's all about, really helping people. And thanks again, and well done. Thank you.